MPs are warning fake news on social media is causing a democratic crisis in the UK. A leaked report from the Culture, Media and Sport Select Committee accuses Facebook, Twitter and Google of acting irresponsibly over the collection and use of data. Our political correspondent Carl Dinnen now on the threat from harmful and misleading misinformation.
150 times a day on average is how often we check our phones. That's about once every 6.4 waking minutes, and much of that time is spent on social media. So Parliament's Digital Media and Culture Committee's interim report on fake news makes sobering reading. Chairman Damien Collins writes, "We are facing nothing less than a crisis in our democracy, based on the systematic manipulation of data to support the relentless targeting of citizens without their consent by campaigns of disinformation and messages of hate. And it's all happening in an unregulated landscape."
If people can influence democracy, they have to be regulated. We regulate our newspapers. You can argue that, that regulation needs to be toughened up in itself. We have Ofcom that regulates our broadcasters. We have nothing that regulates social media.
The report raises concerns over the type of micro-targeting mastered by the Leave campaign in the EU referendum, sending large numbers of ads to small numbers of carefully selected voters. The limited circulation means controversial or misleading information is less exposed to challenge. Social media moguls have said they're tackling some issues.
This isn't rocket science, right? I mean, there's a lot of hard work that we need to do to make it harder for nation states like Russia to do election interference, to make it so that trolls and other folks can't spread fake news. But we can get in front of this.
But Parliament's Culture Committee says that's not enough. Facebook, Google and Twitter argue they're not publishers in the way that newspapers are. They are platforms on which users self-publish. The committee wants a new category between publisher and platform, which can then be regulated. Until that happens, they believe it's far too easy for the unscrupulous to use technology in order to distort democracy. Carl Dinnen, ITV News.